Physique assessment. The question our expert panel addresses is: what is bioelectrical impedance analysis useful for? Associate Professor Gary Slater.
So bioelectrical impedance, or BIA, is probably one of the most readily available techniques for assessing body composition. Many local gyms will have a bioelectrical impedance machine on site. The question is, how reliable and how valid is the measure? What bioelectrical impedance does, it measures resistance to an electrical current. Now rest assured, you're not going to get zapped during your bioelectrical impedance, you won't even feel it. But with the bioelectrical impedance technique, we're able to assess the resistance to flow of that electrical current. We know tissues that have got a high water and electrolyte content, that is our fat-free mass, our muscle mass, offers very little resistance to that flow. Whereas your fat tissue, given that water and lipid, water and fat don't mix so well, provides significant resistance to flow. What we do with that resistance or that impedance value, it's then put into one of upwards of 100 different regression equations to provide an estimate of body composition. So while it's a readily available technique, the downfall associated with it, it's probably the technique that is most influenced by client presentation. If your hydration status changes over the day, then so too will your interpretation of your body composition. For me, I've seen it change by upwards of 8% in a single day.
Dr Kagan Ducker.
It's quite a good cost-effective type solution to assess essentially body water, but body composition by way of doing that. It's a technology that's quite widely available because it's relatively cheap, and so it's a good way to assess the body water percentage that someone has and try and figure out what their body is composed of.
Professor Tim Ackland.
I am not a fan of BIA. There is too many assumptions and too much black box trickery.
Associate Professor Masaharu Kagawa.
Bioelectrical impedance, or BIA, is useful in terms of estimating total body water and then to body composition. But it is in fact measuring impedance, therefore we need certain equations to estimate total body composition. So therefore it is important to have a population-specific equations to have an accurate estimation of body composition.
For further information on physique assessment, see our book, Best Practice Protocols for Physique Assessment in Sport, published by Springer.